What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD video. So today we are going to be talking about the HG40 GHOUL Prestige. So yes, I have finally made it to the 3 legendary weapon threshold, and yeah, I'm ready to actually review the skin. So when it comes to the GHOUL Prestige, what can I really say about it? So yes, I do have the original GHOUL. This was, I think, one of the Halloween draws of, I think, a year or two ago. It's not a weapon. I guess the HG40 itself is not really a weapon that I use that often, and it's not because it's bad or anything. I would consider it to be a pretty good SMG/AR type of, weapon. But for the most part, I've been using stuff like the Striker 45, the GKS, and stuff like that that are a little bit more consistent. But for the short times, or I guess the short moments of time that I use this weapon, I mean, it's never really a bad experience overall. It's always a good one. So I did have the original GHOUL. I ended up getting it like I guess the day that it came out. I think this was, I'm not sure which Halloween it was. It might have been the third one, which was, I think, 2021, 2022. But at the same time, as good as it was, I mean, it was a legendary skin that I enjoyed. It had some flaws. It was pretty annoying. If any of you guys have the original GHOUL as of right now, I'm sure you guys already know what I'm talking about. The sound effects for the death effect, as well as just switching back to the weapon and stuff like that, is extremely annoying and very, very repetitive, because sometimes you have to switch to your sidearm, or you're gonna have to switch to an operator skill, and then you switch back to the weapon. You're always going to be hearing the same sound every single time. Even more so when you're actually killing enemies, because that's where you hear it the most. Again, like I said, if you guys have the original version of it, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The sound effects are very annoying, of course, but when it comes to the Prestige version, all that noise kind of just goes away. The only time, of course, is obviously with the death effect, and even then, it's not really as annoying. However, I think they might have, I guess, remedied the situation a little bit too hard, because there was an animation as you were switching back to the legendary skin. I mean, there are some skins out there that have like this noise when you switch back to the weapon. But there was also like an animation, especially with the hands. For some reason, they removed that as well. It was really only the sound that was annoying. You didn't have to take out the hands. So, it kind of feels like more of a normal gun than anything. And that's probably the biggest flaw of this Prestige skin. It feels a little bit too normal. And I say that because it feels like the original GHOUL feels more like of a Prestige than this one actually does. I get that they were trying to make it less annoying, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know, like this one just feels a little bare bones. In terms of appearance, of course, obviously, physically, they are exactly the same. The iron sights are the same, and, so on and so forth. But the only difference, of course, is the coat of paint. So, of course, with the original, we had more of a silver physical design along with, green effects. And this also did extend to the death effect as well. But, of course, with this one, it's black and gold with red effects. Pretty much the only thing I would say that makes it look like a Prestige skin. As for sound effects, I would say, like I said, it's a lot less annoying as well. I mean, they did make it a little bit different. It sounds a lot more, I guess, gory in terms of sound effects. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like if like blood splatters or something like that, you kind of have that general, like you guys could pretty much picture it in your mind if you know what I'm talking about. As for the shooting sound, funny enough, I don't know if it's just me, but it does sound a lot like the original Bison in this game, before they changed the shooting effect. However, as different as it is, it doesn't really sound very prestigious as well. I mean, all the other ones that you've seen with the Swordfish, with the Arctic 50, even, stuff like the AK-47 Koromaku Prestige, I mean, they all have like some weird fancy shooting effect, but this one, I wouldn't really say it's that great. I mean, if anything, kind of feels borrowed from like the Bison Invocation. So now, finally, let's actually talk about the camo coverage. So the camo coverage of this gun is, of course, more or less the same as it was before. The only thing that I really don't like about it is that it kind of like, some of the camos does cover the gold design around it. That's something I kind of don't like. It would have been nice to have like the whole black areas of the gun to look good with seasonal camos, but like not keeping it on the gold parts as well. So when you actually do see it, it looks very awkward. But I would say the absolute best one is Red Sprite, but I looked at that one. I'm not sure if I actually have that camo unlocked for the weapon. I mean, keep in mind, during that time, I think I was still actually using the HG40, but again, I can't really be too sure. I'll probably check later on to see, but yeah, the seasonal camos look, you know, great, of course, with diamond and everything. That's always going to look good. But yeah, some of the it just the way that it looks, you know, it might look good on gameplay, but when you look at it in the menus, it just looks a little awkward. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the HG40 Goldbound Prestige. I'm very happy to see what's going to be the next one. We might not get that information until, like, I don't know, mid-season 1. So yeah, we still have a ways to go. And I did complain earlier about, I guess the way that it was released in this type of season, because I did say a while back that it probably would have been a good time to release it, you know, during the Halloween seasons. But of course they did not do that. But given the information that we have now for season 1, given that's going to be a gothic theme, I kind of understand why they made it that way. I mean, it must have been planned like a few months ahead. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you leave a like and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.